everybody, and welcome back to Little Lamb Homestead. Today I'm going to just be doing my December budget because I finally got my student loan numbers, and I want to show you just how this month is gonna go, and then when I get my first paycheck of December, that's when I'll do my first weekly December budget. So December 2019, it's kind of crazy. So this month is actually a little weird because I am starting a new job. So my current job, which I'm going to call job number 1, I am getting my mileage this week. I'm getting paycheck number 1, and then I'll get paycheck number 2, which will actually be only half. And then job number 2, I will just be getting a paycheck towards the end of the month, and it'll be half. So for my mileage, I will be getting $101, and that will go into my account tomorrow. Normally I don't count my mileage into my budget, but because this month is a little funky to begin with, I am going to add it in there. Paycheck 1 is typically $110, but for December my health insurance went up, so I am thinking I'll get closer to like $780 just to play it safe. So this half one will likely be, let's say, like $360, and then paycheck number 1 from the new job should be around $350. So this is the income that I'm working with for this month, and let me just make sure you guys can see that, because I had to kind of jerry-rig this together again. Alright, so like I said, we start with bills and expenses. So my first bill is credit 1. And I just spelled that wrong. So this minimum payment for the month is $52. Then I have PayPal, which is $32. I have my car, which is $200. And then I have 2 student loans. So I have my private loan, and then I have my federal loans. So I have my private, which will be $218. And then I have my federal, which for this month it's in forbearance because I did income based and they had to evaluate my application this month. So for December, I'm not paying it, but I am saving towards it. And I'll show you why I'm doing this next week when I do my first weekly budget for the month. And then I have Planet Fitness, and that is $10 a month. And I have Spotify, which my student account just ended, so that's now $10 a month. So my grand total is $607 for the entire month. Now, for cash and spending, things are going to change just a little bit. Well, hopefully you guys can see my cash and spending. So because I'm getting a new job, I won't be spending as much in gas. So my gas total for the month did change. It is normally $2.40. So gas is $1.60. And this is, so these ones are all, these stay in my checking account, and I pay them online. And then cash and spending is money that I take out of my checking account, and I use only cash to pay for stuff on a regular basis. So I have gas, I have spending, which is $120. So this is the monthly budget. This is not a weekly budget, so typically in a 2-week period, I give myself $60, not $120. Groceries is $120. Date night is $100. And then sinking funds is $240 each month. So this total is $740. So the next thing I do is I say my budgeted money for this month is, let me do some quick math here. My budgeted money is $607 plus $740, so it's $1347. And my income equals, let's see, 101 plus 780 plus 360 plus 350 is $1591. And both of these numbers are really just estimates. They could go up, they could go down depending on taxes, depending on maybe like a Christmas bonus, depending on, like normally I don't count my mileage, but like I said, just for this month I want to include it in this. And if I don't need it for this budget, then it'll go towards my debt snowball. So what I do now is I take my income, which is $1591, and I subtract the budgeted amount, so $1347, and I get $244. So my debt snowball payment at the end of the month should be roughly $244. Now, what I do is if I have money left over in my cash envelopes, those go toward my debt snowball as well when I'm stuffing my envelopes. But for now, this $244 is what I should be putting towards my debt snowball at the end of December. Now, I have already paid my bills for December, and I wanted to show you how I did that because in my last video, I told you that I wasn't going to do it this way, but I realized that with my student loan payments, I wouldn't be able to afford all of my bills out of one paycheck, so I started halving. Let's see. So, alright. So let me show you. This was November paycheck number 1. And it's a little bit smaller just because it doesn't have my student loan payments, and I hadn't fine-tuned my budget yet. So paycheck number 1 in November, I paid all of these with my first paycheck. So that way, with paycheck number 2, I could save half of each payment. So my car payment is $200. So during paycheck number 2 for November, I kept out $100 for that paycheck. And like my student loan was $109, or my student loan's $218 a month. So I took out $109 out of that paycheck. And at that point, I didn't know what my federal loan was doing, so I took out $150 for paycheck number 2. But you'll see that in paycheck number 3, I took out nothing because I realized that for December, this would be in forbearance, so I wouldn't have to pay anything in December. So for paycheck number 3 in November, I added the second half of the payment. So with paycheck number 2 and paycheck number 3, I had a total of $200 for December's payment. And hopefully this will make sense once I do my first week of December budget, because my first week, or my first paycheck in December, all of these totals will be halved. So instead of 200, it'll be 100. Instead of 80, it'll be 40. As well as the cash and spending, these numbers will be lower as well. And like I said, that'll make more sense once I do my week 1 budget. Or my first paycheck of December budget. But, yeah, for now, this is the first video that I wanted to put up for December. I am really, really hoping to put up more budgeting videos in December. Life has been crazy. Like I said, I'm about to start a new job, so I've just been exhausted trying to tie up loose ends at my old job. And so things have just been crazy lately, and I haven't been able to record a video. But for December, I'm really hoping to do more videos because I will be offering I call it's wellness coaching, but I'll be doing like personal finance coaching. I'll be doing nutrition coaching. I really just want to help people with whatever goals that they have for this new year. And I think budgeting is a really big one that people kind of forget about. And I know that a lot of my friends are starting to pay their student loans, so I want to be able to help them figure out how to budget their money, so that they can pay off their student loan debt, pay off their credit card debt, or save money. So I'm really excited to be doing more videos again. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I am working on getting a better setup, so hopefully that's coming soon too. But for now, I would love to hear your thoughts on how you budget or how I might be able to improve this video. And I hope you enjoyed and have a great night. Bye!